What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to some more Gundam Breaker 4 coverage. Got some exciting news today. We finally have a release date. Gundam Breaker 4 will officially be releasing on Thursday, August 29th. This is much sooner than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda expected them to push it back more towards the holidays, but if we're getting our hands on the game faster, I'm certainly not complaining. As of today, digital pre-orders are now open for PS4, PS5, and Steam, so if you were impatiently waiting to place your order, now you can go ahead and do that. There's also a new trailer that we're going to look at that I'll link in the description, as well as some info on the 3 different editions you can pre-order. Quick shout out to Bandai Namco once again for providing me with this info ahead of time so I could prepare this video for y'all and push it live ASAP. With all that out of the way, let's get straight into the good stuff. So, I'm not going to play the full trailer because like I said, it's in the description, go ahead and watch that on your own time, but what I do want to do is point out some of the new information that was shown in this one that we haven't seen yet. We get some quick clips of new customs, again talking about how this is the most customization we've ever had with 11 individual parts, but then we move into some really cool showcases with 5 very specific suits. Up first is the Ariel, which we obviously already know is in the game from the cover art, followed by the Darrowbald, which was confirmed in the JP dev stream back in February, but might have gone under the radar for a lot of people if they didn't tune in. Then we have the Gundam Helios from Gundam Breaker Mobile and the Battlelog OVA. This one I fully expected considering they said we'd be seeing returning characters in the story, but it also gives us a pretty big hint. If they're adding the main kit from Breaker Mobile, I think it's pretty fair to say that the kits for the rest of the main cast will probably make it into the game as well. They also showed off the Kasai, I still don't know how to pronounce it, dude. But either way, very cool to see the movie version of the suit make it into this game. Hopefully we see the Penelope and the Messer too. And last but not least is the FF New Gundam, which I'm really happy to see because to me this means the kits that were in Breaker Mobile are potentially on the table. I'd love to see them add some of the side story stuff like Blue Frame D and Red Dragon, kits from newer series like Re-Rise, stuff like that. After that, they had an entire section of the trailer talking about SDs, showing off the Musha Gundam, Night Gundam, and Command Gundam, which is the classic trio, and I've got some additional info here from Bandai about SDs and how they're more integrated into the game. SDs aren't exactly new, but what's changing is what you can do with them. In Breaker 3, they were full builds that couldn't be customized, whereas in Breaker Mobile, you could equip individual SD parts, but the scaling was all off, so if you mix non-SD parts with them, more often than not, your build would just end up looking kinda goofy. In the JP beta, we learned that in Breaker 4, they're giving us the ability to resize and reposition parts, and this feature also applies to SDs. So now you can scale them in a way that fits well with the rest of your build, either by scaling them up or scaling other parts down, and the trailer shows off some custom builds with a mix of both SD and non-SD parts to show you what that looks like. This way you don't have to feel like you need to make an entire SD build just because you wanted to use one part. Great change. The last thing I want to mention from the trailer is that color presets from Breaker Mobile are making a comeback. If you didn't play that game, the way this worked is, once you collected all the parts from a kit, you unlocked the paint job of that mobile suit as a preset that you could apply to your customs. This is a great feature and I'm glad they're bringing it back because if you don't want to spend the time creating a whole custom paint job, or if you're a new player who just finds the painting system in general intimidating, you can slap one of these on your build and you're good to go. Next up, like I mentioned, the game is finally available for digital pre-order and you have 3 options to choose from, so we're going to go through each of those and what you get with each one. First up is the base digital edition at $59.99 USD. This is strictly just the base game but does come with the early unlocks of the recirculation color Gundam and builders parts. You've heard me mention these in multiple videos now, they're available for all pre-orders for all editions of the game. A step up from that is the digital deluxe edition coming in at $89.99 USD. This version comes with the season pass, which includes 5 DLC mission packs that are scheduled to release over time after the launch of Breaker 4. Each mission pack will include new missions that expand on the story, as well as some new kits for players to collect and build with. The Season Pass will also include the parts for the Gun Barrel Strike Gundam immediately at launch, and this is a Season Pass exclusive, so if you buy the DLCs piecemeal, you will not receive these parts. The Digital Deluxe Edition will also include early unlocks for 15 different kits to help you kickstart your builds, meaning you'll have them right from the get-go instead of having to go out and collect the parts in missions. Those 15 kits are Gundam Mark II, Double Zeta Gundam, Unicorn Gundam, Victory Gundam, Shining Gundam, Wing Gundam, Gundam X, Turn A Gundam, Ailstrike Gundam, Force Impulse Gundam, Gundam Exia, Gundam Age 1 Normal, Gundam G-Self, Gundam Barbados, and Gundam Ariel. The Digital Ultimate Edition is priced at $104.99 and has everything the Deluxe Edition has with a few extra goodies. It comes with 4 DLC packs for diorama mode that include backgrounds and terrain, props for Gunpla and effects parts, as well as a Gundam Breaker easel and poster set. So there you have it, Gundam Breaker 4 is officially launching on August 29th. Again, this is a lot earlier than I was expecting, and surprisingly still no word on any English beta. I'm still holding out hope that we do get one so that more people get to try out the game ahead of the release, but even if we don't, the launch is just under 4 months away already, so we won't have to wait too long. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, what you're most excited about, and what version of the game you plan on pre-ordering. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a positive rating to help me in my boss battle against the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for more Breaker 4 content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.